Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So as promised, today we're going to be doing a playthrough of Unterseeboot, the solo print and play game where you are a U-boat captain and your role is to sink as much allied tonnage as possible, with there being enemy destroyers and aircraft. So, before I start the video, this is the playthrough video. I hope everything is to your taste, the setup. And before I start the video, I am hoping to purchase Atlantic Wolves. Then again, I have seen reviews on it, and it doesn't look great. It's a boxed version, and it's on eBay. They're getting quite harder to come by now, but Corvette Command by Alan Eagle, which was originally a print and play game, and I think you can still get the files, is making a boxed version, so I might save it for that. But further ado, let's get into Unterseeboot. So we begin our first turn with the quick reference by moving our U-boat. So to begin with, I'm going to submerge. There we go. And now our U-boat is submerged. Now we do the battery power phase. So because we submerge, we remove 1 unit of battery. Okay, now we will use the target identification phase, and to identify the target we need to roll 1 standard d6 and we roll the 3 so we can identify the target. We roll a dice or a tanker dice and 6, and whenever you roll a number you add a 1,000 on. So for example, this would be 6,000 tons. So it's unidentified, so we remove the unidentified marker and we place it with a identified target marker. Now we need to see if we can sink this ship. So then we move on to the aircraft phase, but we skip it because we're not surfaced. We then move on to the torpedo phase, and we remove 1 torpedo from our storage, los, and we fire. And unfortunately it's a dud or a miss, because if you look for a torpedo attack on periscope depth, we need a 4+, so 4 or higher, so we missed. So now the destroyer is going to detect us. If we didn't initiate an attack, they would not detect us and we can continue our patrol. So, we roll, again, the standard d6, and the destroyer detects us on a 1, a 2, or a 3. Let's zoom in, just quickly show you the detection there. There you go. So we roll a die, let's hope we're not detected. Oh, we rolled a 1, so we have been detected. And then we place a detected marker on here. Now we need to see if he drops depth charges. He can drop depth charges at periscope depth on a 4 or higher. And luckily we rolled a 3. But we're still detected, so now we would end the turn. If we took damage, we could roll, and if we get a 4+ or a 4 or higher, we can repair damage. If you don't roll a 4+, say like a 1 or a 2 or a 3, the damage sustained, and it's permanent and you can't repair damage. Alright, let's get into turn 2. Okay, so beginning with turn 2, we are now going to move. And because we're still submerged, because we're still submerged, we will spend a battery token. There we go. So now we have 4 battery left. And we are now going to move on to the target identification phase, which we don't have to do if we don't want to, because we've already identified this ship. But I'm going to identify this one. But part of me wants to sink this 6,000 tonner, so I'm probably going to do that. We skip the aircraft phase because we are we're submerged. And we then begin the torpedo phase. Torpedo, los. There we go. And we roll. 3. So it missed, or it was a dud again. Unlucky. So now we roll to see if the destroyer detects us. We're still detected, but we see if he still detects us. Lucky for us, we roll the 4. So the detected marker is removed, and now the destroyer is searching. So he can't launch any depth charges, only if we're detected. So he's searching, he can detect us at any time. We don't need to do damage, so we will go to turn 3. Beginning with turn 3, we are going to surface. We then begin the battery power phase, and because we are surfaced, we replenish all of our battery tokens. Again, guys, sorry about that second turn, me and my dice tower. When you're playing solitaire games, it gets pretty difficult because you have a big space and the counters are tiny. So we're surfaced. Now we can do the aircraft phase, and how it works is we roll a die, and as you can see, on a 1, a 2, or a 3, we're spotted. Oh, unlucky. Spotted by enemy aircraft. We could crash dive if we want, only if we take damage, that is. So the aircraft is going to begin strafing attack, and hits. And we take a hull hit, so we put a hull marker there. Let's hope we don't get another hull damage for the destroyer. Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything. I, for some reason, just realised I just skipped the target identification phase, which is a bit stupid of me, but I can't go back now. The destroyer automatically detects us on the surface. It fires his menacing guns. We are damaged on the surface on a 3+, and we got a 4, so not looking good. This may be a very short playthrough. Oh no. Right, let's do damage control. Let's see, 4 or higher. We got a 5, so we managed to repair the damage. Good. We're only on turn 3. Okay. So now we are going to do turn 4. Moving on to turn 4, I'm going to submerge. And I'm going to identify this target. So we roll a die, and it's a 3. Oh yeah, by the way, because we submerged, the spotted is removed. The aircraft has lost us. So we roll the 3. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, we managed to identify the target. Okay. Let's see what you are. So we get another tanker die. Oh, 2,000 tonner. Probably going to go after the 6,000 tonner. Aircraft phase we skip. Torpedo phase we spam a torpedo. Los. There we go. And as you can see, we're not a Type 7C. I might do another playthrough later of the Type 7C. Then again, might combine both videos, but hey, we'll see. So this is our first patrol, and your patrol ends on turn 20. So this is going to be a long video. Hope you're enjoying it so far, and please skip to any parts that you desire or so choose. So we've fired a torpedo. We now need to see if it hits the 6,000 tonner. Treffer, we hit. That's hit in German. So we have hit the 6,000 tonner, which is very good. And we place it in our heavy tonnage, and the marker is removed. So now we've only got 4 targets to hit. Unfortunately, the destroyer is going to attempt to detect us. So we roll. He still detects us, so he drops depth charges. Oh, we're hit. Right, let's do damage control. Oh, we fixed the damage, so we don't need to place the hull marker. We'll now be at turn 5. Beginning with turn 5, we are going to, this time, and I also forgot to spend a battery. There we go, for that turn. And then we need to spend another battery because I'm going to go deeper to show you how to evade destroyers. Okay, so we're now at 100 meters. And we're still detected. So we skip the aircraft phase, we skip torpedo phase, we go to the destroyer phase. Still detected, he drops depth charges, but lucky it's a 1, so the depth charges must have missed. Probably shallow pattern, medium pattern, deep pattern. Okay, so now we are going to begin with turn 6, and I'm not going to cut because we are only running for 49-50 minutes or seconds. And we are going to go deeper. And we spend another main battery. This is quite risky, but I need to lose him. We're not detected anymore, which is good. So when you get to 200 meters, if we were detected, we'd do one more depth charge attack. So now he's searching. Then need to roll again. And unfortunately, we've lost. Because 200 meters, they lose us. Unless we surface again. Okay. So now we will begin with turn 7. Switching to turn 7, I am going to move up to 100 meters and of course spend a battery. And we are going to, we don't roll for the destroyer because we haven't done combat yet. So we then move on to turn 8, which I will do now. And I move up. And we spend another battery. One battery. Oh gosh. Right. I'm probably going to need surface on this next one. Let's identify this one target here. So we roll. And we rolled a 3. So we have identified it. So we shall remove this token. And place an identified. And we roll a tanker die. Oh, 4,000 tons. Nice. Am I going to go after it? You bet I am. Los. There we go. And we fire. And we got a 6. So we have hit. 6 add 4 is 10,000 tons of shipping we've sunk so far. Okay, now the destroyer is going to attempt to detect us. And lucky us, we're not detected. So now we'll skip to turn 9 now. Moving on to turn 9, I'm going to surface the boat, which means all of my main battery is replenished. If for some reason we had to stay down there for a multiple period of time, chances are we probably lose control and sink. Okay, so now the main battery is refilled and recharged. I am going to identify the next target, and I do so. Let's see what it is. Oh, by the way, if you roll a 1 on the identification phase, the ship is and the tokens are removed, and it means you haven't found anything. Another 4,000 tonner. I'm probably gonna fire this torpedo, lost, but before I do that, I just remembered we need to do the aircraft phase. Lucky us. I was going to shout alarm crash dive then, but we don't need to. Okay, right. Now we can launch torpedo. Los. And we will fire. We got a 2, so it missed. Now the destroyer automatically detects us because we're on the surface. Fires his guns. But lucky... No, we're not lucky because we roll the 3. So we take a hull hit. We do damage control, and this time it cannot be repaired, so we're on 2 hull hits. Right, turn 10, getting close to the end of our patrol. Doesn't look good. Okay, so it doesn't look good because we're on turn 10. I'm probably going to submerge the boat, or the U-boat. And I'm not going to identify a target, but instead save my torpedoes for a juicier target. Maybe this might be another 6,000 tonner, who knows. So we are going to do the destroyer phase. See if he still detects us. Unfortunately, we are still detected. And we will then skip to turn 11. In which case, I'm going to move this way. So we spend another battery token. And I'm going to identify this target. So we roll. And we roll the 3. So we have identified it. And it is, let's roll for tonnage, a 4,000 tonner. So there's 4,000 tonners. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. I do believe we actually had a false contact, I think. I'm not entirely sure. So I've identified the target. I'm probably going to need to go after 4,000 tonner. So we launch torpedo. Los. We've got 1 torpedo left. Yes. Khalifa. Another hit. I'm going to say we sunk this 4,000 tonner, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,000 tons of Allied shipping destroyed. Which is good, so we remove that. Now there's 2 ships left. Okay. No, we sunk the ship, that's why. Okay, need to see if we're detected still. Nope, I've lost track, but then still searching. Right, let's skip to turn 12. Okay, so continuing our patrol, I am going to I'm going to surface the boat, and I am going to do the battery power phase, so batteries replenished. There you are. And now I'm going to not identify the target, but instead roll for aircraft. Oh, I get scared when I roll a dice because I'm worried it's going to be a 2, and I'm like, alarm, we need to crash dive, like Das Boat, where they detect the aircraft and they have to crash dive. And haven't had to do that yet. Maybe when we get to the Type 7C, we might actually have to crash dive, but that will be in another video. Okay, no aircraft. We are going to launch our last torpedo. Los. Let's hope it's a hit, please. Oh. Miss, so we're out of torpedoes, so now we need to get back to port. Oh, well, we've sunk 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14,000 tons of shipping. Admiral Donuts will be pleased. We are on the surface, so we are automatically detected by destroyers. Lucky we're not damaged, but I am going to engage a crash dive. Alarm, everyone. There we go. So we roll again. Periscope depth is a 3. Oh, lucky. So we used our crash dive. And we also use our battery. So we are now going to turn 13. Let's get the heck out of here. Turn 13. We are heading back to port. And I am moving forward. We are still detected, so we use one more main battery token. And we roll, see if the destroyer still detects us. Luckily, no. He's now searching. Okay. So we'll now move on to turn 14. And I move again, spending another battery. Let's see. Oh, the destroyer has completely lost contact. So we are okay, actually. We will not be detected at all. So we are now going to move to turn 15. Battery gone. 16. Battery gone. 17. Battery gone. And we made it back to our patrol. Let's do the roundup and summary. Let's see how we did. Okay, so the roundup for U-47, as I'm going to call it, sunk 14,000 tons of Allied merchant shipping. We came across destroyers and we sustained 2 hits from destroyed depth charges. The crew were very brave and handled the mission well. We launched all 7 eels into the bellies of the ships. We had a few duds and we had 2 target ships which we couldn't destroy because we ran out of torpedoes. Because of the success of this mission, and without the loss of the U-boat or the crew will be promoted to a new U-boat in the next video with the Type 7C. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed, and that is Unterseeboot the playthrough. Please like, share, enjoy, and I will see you in the next one.